A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a bold and controversial move, President Donald Trump has ordered a staggering 25% increase in tariffs on Indian goods, raising the total tariff to an unprecedented 50%. This decision, effective from August 27th, is a direct response to India's continued purchases of Russian oil amidst the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The announcement has ignited a wave of outrage in New Delhi, with India's foreign ministry condemning the tariffs as unfair, unjustified, and unreasonable. The ministry has vowed to take all necessary actions to safeguard its national interests, signaling a potential escalation in diplomatic tensions. President Trump defended his decision, arguing that India is indifferent to the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine, stating, "You're going to see a lot more, so much secondary sanctions." The White House has reiterated that Russian actions in Ukraine pose a significant threat to U.S. security, asserting that India's imports of Russian oil undermine American efforts to address the situation. Currently, over 35% of India's oil imports come from Russia, a figure that has surged as traditional suppliers shifted their focus to Europe. The ramifications of Trump's tariff hike are expected to be severe, particularly for major Indian sectors such as textiles and jewelry, which will feel the brunt of the increased duties. Conversely, electronics and pharmaceuticals have been exempted from the tariffs, providing some relief to those industries. Industry experts are warning that these tariffs could potentially have Indian exports to the United States, a devastating blow for the Indian economy. The Federation of Indian Export Organizations has labeled the move as extremely shocking, reflecting widespread disbelief among Indian business leaders. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi is facing mounting pressure from opposition parties and the public to stand firm against what they perceive as bullying from Trump. Analysts have cautioned that this latest escalation threatens to unravel 2 decades of diplomatic progress between the two nations, jeopardizing cooperation on various fronts. Historically, India has been a crucial partner for the United States, particularly in countering China's growing influence in the region. However, the recent tariff hike has placed India in a precarious position as it navigates its long-standing ties with Russia while attempting to maintain its relationship with the U.S. Trump's taunts about India potentially sourcing oil from Pakistan have further inflamed tensions, with Indian officials expressing their discontent. India has consistently rejected Trump's claims that he used trade negotiations to resolve military conflicts with Pakistan. In a pointed statement, India accused the U.S. of double standards, highlighting that while it faces tariffs for buying Russian oil, the U.S. continues to import other Russian commodities such as uranium and fertilizers. The Indian government has voiced its determination to protect its national interests, yet it is acutely aware that further escalation could lead to repercussions beyond trade. Unlike China, which possesses significant leverage in the form of rare earth supplies, India lacks similar bargaining power to influence Trump's decisions. This has left India in a challenging predicament, as it must balance its economic interests with the political pressures exerted by the U.S. The relationship between India and the U.S. has seen significant developments in recent years, particularly following the 2008 civilian nuclear deal. However, recent events have strained this partnership, with the U.S. expressing concerns over India's oil imports from Russia. The Modi government's credibility in the U.S. has reportedly diminished, leading some analysts to speculate that there may be a deliberate attempt to bring India back on track through the imposition of tariffs. As India grapples with the implications of the tariffs, it is also exploring avenues to strengthen ties with other global powers, including Russia and China. With Russian President Vladimir Putin expected to visit New Delhi soon, discussions around enhancing defense cooperation are already underway. Additionally, Modi's upcoming visit to China marks a significant shift in India's foreign policy, as the nation seeks to bolster its relationships in response to U.S. pressures. Looking ahead, the geopolitical landscape is rapidly evolving, and India must tread carefully to navigate the complexities of its relationships with both the U.S. and Russia. The ongoing situation underscores the delicate balance that India must maintain as it strives to protect its national interests while facing external pressures from powerful nations. As the situation unfolds, the world watches closely, anticipating the potential consequences of this diplomatic crisis. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.